If you're going to be buying a home this spring, you need to know 5 things to prepare you for what's going to happen, or at least what I think is going to happen in Northern Virginia. Our real estate market is not like other markets. We have a lot of people who relocate to this area, and they have certain expectations that don't align with what really goes down in our market. I use these videos to talk to my clients since a lot of my clients come from YouTube. A lot of them are watching this video. Hello. And a lot of my future clients also use these videos to determine if they want to use my services. Speaking of which, before we begin, I want to give a shout out to the young lady who reached out to me from Stafford County. She had a question for me. Our name, or the name of our company, is Ask a Walker. And she had a question for us, and she thought, you know what? You say Ask a Walker. I figured I'd ask you since you are a walker. And so I thank you for those questions. So if you have any questions, you can post them down below. Or like the young lady from Stafford, you can give me a call. I answer my phone. I do. So the number is in the description. So let's start off with the first thing you should know about the Northern Virginia real estate market this spring 2024. Interest rates do not matter. 33% of homes sold in January of 2024 were sold over the asking price. Prices have increased from January 2023 to January 2024 by 4%. Days on market is now under 30 days. What does this tell us? Buyers today are not concerned about interest rates. I get a lot of calls from my clients, or I get a lot of questions from my clients that state, I'm really concerned about the interest rates. I don't think other people are going to be buying. I'm going to wait until prices decrease. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what our second year with these higher interest rates. This is just the norm. And since this is the norm, no one cares about the rate. If you can afford the interest rate that you have on your property, then go forward with it. But if you can't, then you probably have to adjust your price point or property type. The second thing I believe is going to happen this spring in Northern Virginia is that there's going to be stiff competition for single-family homes and townhouses. Single-family home prices increased in January by 6% to $923,000, with 33% selling over the asking price. Townhouses, on the other hand, increased in sales price by 9% to $624,000. That's the average sales price, with 40% of those properties selling over the asking price. And just think about it. This is at the beginning of the year when things are supposed to be slow. I think there's going to be stiff competition in these two markets, especially since, like my first point, interest rates no longer matter. I think a lot of people have wrapped their head around, my mortgage is going to cost X amount. I make Y amount. I think I can make the numbers work. So I'm going to just move forward. The third thing I want you to wrap your head around is if you're going to be buying this spring, it is very likely you're going to be paying over the asking price. Homes are worth what the highest bidder is willing to pay. It doesn't matter what the list price says. It doesn't matter what last month's sales say. The appraiser doesn't matter. If you are competing against someone else, one of you will win. The data could support your position, but most times it won't. If housing prices are increasing, then that means that all of the data that we use, which is usually from the past, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The data has to catch up to where we are going. Otherwise, if we only use appraisals and last month's data, housing prices would never increase. Someone is going to win. If you want that to be you, get used to, wrap your head around paying over the asking price. And if this is uncomfortable for you, when you look at a property you know you like, no matter how crazy the bidding wars get, have a number in your head that says, I will sleep well at night if I offer this much and then someone offers more. You have to have this walking away number because Northern Virginia is full of people who have large down payments. Now, we're not Hollywood rich here. A lot of people here went to school and then decided to go to more school and then maybe even went to more school. They've made some career moves. They're very conservative while also being liberal. They're conservative fiscally. So that means that a lot of my clients have hundreds of thousands of dollars of money saved up for a down payment, despite not coming from wealthy families. They just saved and saved and saved and saved, and now they're making a purchase. You're competing against that person. The fourth thing that I think is going to occur is that first-time home buyers are going to get very comfortable and cozy with buying condos. For the first time since I've been tracking the data, and I think I've been going on about 7 years now, condos are usually the third-tiered property type in our region. We're not really a condo market. We have them everywhere. They're not that popular, so the prices don't increase as much. There's rarely that much competition for them. In January 2024, condos represent the second highest transactions for this property type, or when you compare the different property types. First-time home buyers are finally coming to terms with the fact that your first home will not be a townhouse. I represented several first-time home buyers last year who bought new construction condos as their first home. A new construction condo can cost you anywhere from $400,000 to $700,000, whereas a townhouse, a new construction townhouse, can cost anywhere from the high sixes to $1.2 million. You see the discrepancy here. I believe that we're going to see condo prices finally start to tick up as more and more buyers are priced out of the townhouse market. The fifth and last prediction I have for this coming year is that new construction homes are going to be a hot commodity. Not to say they ever cooled down, but there's a couple benefits to buying new construction over resale in this tough market. First of all, it's less stressful. You see, with the new construction property, you just pick a lot. That's it. You pick a lot and you wait. You put your down payment down, you sign the contract, and then you wait. And then 4 months, 5 months later, you have a house. This is so much easier than trying to get a 30, 60, 90-day closing on a resale property. Also, last year we represented so many clients who went to a new home development and there were quick deliveries available. This is where the builder has already built up some inventory of new homes. No one's lived in it and they're finished. They're ready to move in. You can get new construction sometimes in 30 days. We've done it several times. One more thing that's really interesting about buying a new construction home versus resale right now is that your closing costs from most of the developers throughout the region is usually paid for by the builder. Now that phrasing is a little misleading. The builder is really inflating the price and then giving you some of that money back to use as your closing costs. However you chop it up, you have less money to put down and you have a inflated sales price. But for some people, that's a good thing. You don't have to take money out your 401k or your savings account and you have it in your house, which a lot of people build equity in over time. Okay, so that is it for this video. If you like this type of content, I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do on this channel, but I've been getting some feedback in the comment section that says, Abraham, talk about the market. And so that's what I'm doing. If you like this, let me know in the comment section to encourage me to continue doing this type of content, and I'll add more of this in the mix. Also, I hope you like our property tours. Our goal is to have the largest collection of new home property tours in the region. So you have one place you go to see the full property tour. None of that fancy editing and Vanna White this and, jump cuts that. No. We want you to see the full property. So then you could save yourself some time and maybe not visit a couple of these places because they're not going to work for you. Or if one of these properties will work for you, you use the link in the description to click the perfect home questionnaire and you fill out that form, and then we schedule time to meet via Zoom to answer any and all of your questions. I love working with you guys and girls, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.